Hello, hello, and welcome to Just Cindy Jean on Radio Fraternité. It's me, your girl, Cindy Jean. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen each other. You see, I got a new little background. I'm trying to put a new little background up. I've been out of town. Now I'm back in town, and I've been thinking about the New Year's. That's why you really haven't heard from me. I've really been thinking about what are we going to do for the New Year's? How's 2022 going to look? How's it going to how are we going to approach it as a team and also as individuals too. So I've been doing some research and soul searching, and I have some content that I want to share with you guys this evening. And some of that content was from a sermon by Miles Monroe, the late Miles Monroe from Barbados. And he was talking about success, the key to success. He said he has the key to success. And I was listening to the sermon and I was taking notes and I wanted to share it because I think it's with the new year fastly approaching in the next couple weeks. Um, I know I'm definitely thinking about where I want to be. Have I hit my goals? Why haven't I hit my goals for 2021? Is there a shift in my life? Is there something that has shifted, that has changed? So, those are always good questions to start with. But Miles just so eloquently put it together in about seven. He said seven, but I think I counted about 10 easy steps where he gives us an analogy of how we are we have a seed inside of us. Everybody has a seed inside of them. And he gives this analogy that God's promise made three promises to us, and that was to be fruitful, to multiply, and to subdue. Being fruitful, in order to be fruitful, that means that you have to have a seed inside of you. You already, you can't plant, when you plant avocado seed, you expect avocados. So if he's telling us to be fruitful, that means we already have seeds inside of us. If he's telling us to multiply, that means that we already have a system or purpose, you know, laid out for us. And the last thing he says is to dominate over all your gifts. If he's put seeds in you that bears fruit, that you're supposed to multiply, you're also supposed to dominate your gift. And a lot of people fall short on dominating their gift. I fall short on it. And I go out there and I see a lot of people falling short on dominating their gift because they don't even know what their gift is. There's a lot of times that you go through life where people's like, oh, you're so gifted, you're so talented, this, that, and the third. And it's like, it's just natural. What's so gifting about it? What's so talenting about it? This is just the natural being in me. This is just letting my inner being and my inner light shine. So a lot of people don't know how to dominate that type of gift, don't know how to dominate their natural abilities because they really don't know what's so seemingly amazing about something that they do so easily. So that's the tricky part, is that last piece. For me, it is. For me, in my study, that was the tricky part for me. I understood being fruitful. I understand multiplying, but subdue, dominate the area of your gift. When you have so many gifts, where do you start? Then you start seeing that you're, what do they say, a jack of all trade and master of none. You have to master something. You have to figure out what is that one gift that takes all your gifts and put it all together. That's what you need to master. So we're going to go into the key to bring forth fruit. The first thing he says is you need to have a seed in the right environment. You need to have a seed in the right environment. If you know you have a seed in you, you have to put it in an environment where it can grow. Certain seeds grow in the desert, certain seeds grow in the valley, certain seeds grow by the riverbank. It has to be in the right environment for the seed. Choose your right associations. That's going to nurture that seed. That's going to be the soil that gives it nutrients, that holds it and protects it from the wind, from the storm. You have to find those right associations. Number 2, isolation. I think this is my favorite one because I do it so well. Isolation. Seeds must go in isolation underground. Sometimes this world gets so busy. Everybody's just. Sometimes you have to get away with yourself to really get that balance. And that's that isolation. Doing the things that other people won't do. Working on yourself, taking the extra classes, going to night class, taking the part-time job on the weekends. Number 3, all seeds must die. When it says that a seed must die, when a seed germinates, it's no longer a seed. So you have to die to that old self to remove that old shell, whatever that shell might be for you. We go through life and we go through stages in life. So there's things that served us in infancy that cannot serve us in adulthood. As a child, we used to be able to cry and stomp our feet. As an adult, you can't do that to get what you want. So there's certain things that no longer bring you value, and you have to shed that old skin. You have to shed that old habit. You have to shed that old mindset. And that is that shell of the seed that must die so that you can germinate. That includes past friends, past associations. All that must be cut off. The seed must die to itself. The things that when I wrote that down, the seed must die to itself. The thing that came to mind is really, we build this egoic self. We build this, when somebody says, oh, who is that? Oh, that's so-and-so. I am so-and-so from this place, and da-da-da-da. You some big shot or something. And all that has to go. When you are going to a next level, you have to get rid of all that. Who you were in the past, it doesn't matter, because who you were in the past is in your past. It's not going to serve you in your future. You can't be a seed above ground. You feel me? You can't be a seed above ground. So if you're looking to elevate, if you're looking to grow, if you're looking to change your environment, then you have to let go of the old, shed the old skin, and allow yourself to germinate. The 4th goes right into germination. That process of germination, you're taking in the nutrients, keep company with people that improve you, not degrade you, but lift you up, makes you better, makes you want to be better. And even if you don't have that type of company in your environment, you can find that type of company in associations, in community groups, in books, in seminars. It's not only people. Surround yourself with things that are going to motivate you. Audio, they got the Bluetooth speakers now. Cover yourself with things that are going to elevate you, that you're always thinking at a higher consciousness, striving for a better existence. The fifth thing that he said was water. Develop programs that water you and develop you. You got to make your own systems that work for you. You got to figure yourself out. You have to figure yourself out and develop programs that's going to help you stay on track, enforce the new habits. What else can I say? That's the hardest part for me, is that watering. That watering is definitely is refreshing, but when you're changing from one habit to the next, for me, it's like it's hard to get rid of an old habit. That's your comfort zone, and you're going into something unknown. It's hard, it's difficult, and your old environment might interrupt the new habit that you're trying to form. So you have to be, not only like, you have to be vigilant. That's the problem for me, is being so assertive and vigilant that you stand your ground for the new habit that you know is going to level you up. The sixth thing is fertilizer. Refine and refresh your program to continue growing. Some company is toxic, and you have to you need to have a system of fertilization that protects your spirit from people who divide and subtract from you. Only be with people that add and multiply you. Beautifully said. Fertilization is really hard because we are attached. When fertilization also means pruning too. Not necessarily, but we have the, not attachments, but an ecosystem around us. We have an ecosystem around us that survives on our leaves, on our roots, on our branches, and sometimes in that ecosystem, there can be toxic behavior, toxic mindset, toxic people, toxic places, and you have to continuously, and that's that vigilant part. So I guess it might not be watering that's my problem, is the fertilizing, or both water and fertilizer. So you have to consistently stay on top of yourself, stay on track with the new program. So you could develop a program with watering. Developing is not a problem. Is getting that program programmed in your mind. Getting that programmed in your body, in your spirit, where you do it without even thinking, subconsciously. Number 7 was sunlight. Network with people who will help you get to where you want to go. Review your network and see if your net is working. Who's in your network? Who's in your field of awareness? If you want to be a scientist, are you supposed to be hanging out with the garbage man? No. You need a different network. You need to expand your network. Because the place that you want to go, there's a certain type of language, there's a certain type of lifestyle, there's a certain way of knowledge. So you have to expand that. You have to throw that net out there and make sure your net is working, that you're throwing it in the right place. You're investing the time in the right place. That's the sunlight, that you're always looking towards the sunlight. People are always trying to block the sun, block the sun, block the sun. Don't block the sun. Because usually that sunlight is the people in our lives that we pay least attention to. That's what that sunlight is. The people in our lives that we pay least attention to. Pruning. Cut off things that may be holding back your growth. When people, places, and things start to be a distraction, it is time to prune the leaves. Prune the leaves. Anytime anything starts being a distraction from that program, from that growth process, whether it be a place that you like to go to, a thing that you like to eat a lot, that's messing with your health. People in your life that's not bringing you any value, that's dividing you. You have to be able to prune them. So I guess fertilizer and pruning are in the same category. Very tough, because you're getting rid of people in the ecosystem. You're cutting off your own leaves so that you can grow. 9 is time. Seeds take time to grow. Use your time wisely and accept the process. Don't rush success, but you can't guarantee it. Follow the process. Delay gratification. I don't think a lot of us know what delayed gratification is. Delayed gratification. Follow the process. Trust the process. There's been systems that's been laid down. Trust the process and just follow it. Follow it and trust it. It will work. And be a good student for once in your life and just trust the process. If you've never been a student that like to trust the process like myself, I like to build my own processes. So I was one of those kids that used to get a whooping because I was always finding my own way to do things. And time has shown me to accept the process. Just accept it. Don't accept failure. Accept the process to grow. Accept the growth process. Growing is not easy. There's a lot of frustrations, a lot of headaches, a lot of sleepless nights when you're growing. Go through the process because it's guaranteed. Put in the time, patience, the delayed gratification. You'll see the results. Put in the time. Build it. Number 10, patience. Patience brings peace. Listen to instruction. Organize, prioritize, and discipline for a successful life. I guess time and patience is watching that once seed break ground and grow into a large cypress tree. And at that moment, any storm can come and you'll see the tree bend, but it won't break. Its roots go deep and its height is above all others. That's my dream for you, ladies and gentlemen. The key to bringing forth fruit. Bring forth your fruit. What is everybody has something of value to share. What is yours? What is your fruit? For 2022, I think we all owe it to ourselves to level up, to be better than last year, the year before. We owe it to the people who are no longer here, but we are. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's like, hey, you just don't know, especially with COVID. You'll talk to somebody last week or 2 weeks ago, and then you're looking for them and they're gone. They've passed away. You can't find them. So let's level up with the time that we do have on this earth. Let's level up. Let's be more. Let's do more. Let's change our environment for the better. A lot of people have this mentality of, nobody cares mentality. If you don't care, of course nobody cares, because this world reflects you. Your environment reflects you. If you start caring, people around you will start caring. So we're going to go into my Creole, even though you see my voice is already cracking already. So we're going to go into the Creole section here on Radio Fraternité. It's me, your girl, Cindy Jean, just talking about and sharing about what are we doing for 2022? What is it going to look like? What is it going to be? And I was just sharing some insight here on Radio Fraternité, which I love to be on here. I haven't been on here lately. I'm sorry, but I had to isolate. I had to go underground. because I had some things stirring up in me. I had some seeds in my pocket that was just stirring up, and I had to put them out there. I had to get them out on paper, get it out my mind, get it out my spirit, get it out my soul. And that's one thing people don't do, is getting their plans out on paper. J'aime dire assoyan c'est sur Radio Fraternité Nouye n'a parlé avec Cindy Jean de 2022. Qui ça n'a fait pour 2022? Comment qui pensait n'a gagné pour 2022? Qui attitude ou a gagné pour 2021? Comment pas marcher? M't'attendais on prêche un monsieur qui est docteur Miles Monroe. Son pasteur lié qui saute Barbados. Li fait nous connaître bon Dieu ba nous trois travail sur la terre. Il dit pour nous comment t'as dit c'est fruitful m'pa connaît comment t'as dit mot ça en créole. Deuxième nan pour nous multiplier. Troisième nan pour nous dominer sur terre. Fruitful nan, l'el dit ça veut dire ou gen tan gen yon seed. I don't know how to say seed in Creole. Yon seed en dedans. On voit ça en tout là. And wap planter and seed nan gen tan implanté en dedans. Bon Dieu gen tan faire préparer pour ça supposé. Kouye li mande pour nous multiplier. Multiplier, c'est pas vle dire faire petit bah ça yo. Mais fruit qui la caillou, multiplier. Share avec l'autre monde. Montrer l'autre monde comment pour yo faire. C'est pas on même celle qui gagne dans ça. Et là on multiplier donc wap di ba on promesse ou gen pour dominer. Sous tout wap ka dominer sous tout richesse bon Dieu met la caillou. So bien rapide m'a passé sous Cléo ou connaît créole nan lou nan bouche ma soya moyo pa vle vini vocabulaire coûte à soya même ta souhaité ou nous toujours nous comprendre moins n'a comprendre c'est fort n'a fait OK pour nous ka bay message ça comme quoi c'est un bon message en anglais avec en créole. So pour tout frère avec Semyo mais 10 clés pour fruit qui en pour ka donner fruit la caillou. Oh wow, I need to figure out how to say seed. Même si c'est pas dans créole moi dit moi mais c'est en français. Graine. Okay, that's easy enough. There's a lot of different Glen in the Creole. I hope this Glen in Francais is the same one. So, premier clé, Jean yo dit en français, c'est de qu'on a un grain en dedans qui donne fruit. Mais pour qu'à donner fruit, c'est pour qu'à planter grain ça. Quand on parle planter, on va planter dans un désert, on va planter dans la vallée, on va planter le bord de l'eau. Toute plante grandit en qualité. Vous comprenez? Si vous plantez un pied banane, un pied figue pas calé. Un pied un pied orange pas calé. Puis bas orange pas calé. Si c'est banane ou planté, orange pas calé. So avec ça, c'est pour mettre plante ça non bon environnement. C'est pas plante non graine. Deuxième bagaille, graine ça supposé en bâtère. Gende les bon Dieu travail avec c'est pour contrôler. C'est en bâtère pour aller pour parler avec bon Dieu. Prends silence. En bâtère, ça veut dire ou fait un sacrifice pour qu'à chercher pour ça va chercher pour qu'à joindre connaissance ou besoin chita non côté qui pas gain bruit pour qu'à lire pour qu'à faire une étude. Troisième bagaille, il dit toute graine gain pour yo mourir. Pour ça graine nan gain pour mourir à cause pour tourner en plante. Il pas qu'en plante c'est toujours être graine. Si il est graine, il pas gain fruit. Si on plante tout mourir. En pile non nous stop right there. Ben reste ça yo c'est clair. Ti pou faire trois bagages ça yo. Ou non pot nan couvert pour. Ti pou connaître qui est souillé, qui a été fouillé. Ti pou planter tête on bagay en bâtard. Dit comme ça, eh ben ça m'a planté. Connaissant ça, on va à l'école pour me faire un expert là-dedans. Ou va faire ça. So trois bagages ça yo, trois premiers bagages ça yo sont un premier clé yo pour. Quatrième, c'est germination. Ou besoin moun k'ap faire envie grandir, envie avancer. So, li on série des livres, parler avec on série des moun, à nos séminaire, pour motiver ou non direction. Cinquième bagay, de l'eau. Développer un programme qui a toujours par de l'eau, qui a toujours renouvelé. Quand on parle de gens soif. Gen pile moun se go, yo pa jam gen temps pour prier, yo pa jam gen temps pour ceci, pas jam gen temps pour tête yo. Non, c'est pour pas tête tout de l'eau. De temps en temps, ou suppose gen un programme. Sixième bagay, c'est fertilizer. Fertilizer, comment t'as dit ça? C'est de que nous avons grandi, nous avons un écosystème. Nous à peine paraître, nous avons un écosystème qui vient exister, nous fait partie avec l'écosystème ça. Gen nan bagay qui dans l'écosystème qui pas bon pour nous, qui toxique, qui a tué nous. C'est pour nous toujours marcher avec fertilizer nous. Fertilizer c'est réfléchir ou réfléchir programme. Pendant ou grandir, pendant ou faire expérience dans la vie, ou réfléchir programme là. Septième bagay yo bay c'est lumière, soleil. Soleil qui a brillé sur hein, c'est network ou. Zamitay. Moun sou gen un problème ou ka voye yo ka aide ou yo ka grab ou. Yo ka kebe men. Moun sa yo, c'est pas juste un problème, yo ka même ba un bon idée, that's your network. Yo ka le ou yo kebe men. Pruning. Ma connais comment on dit pruning, nan c'est là couper tako branche on pied bois pour ka bien grandi. Eh ben, yon c'est des branches ou gen yo la caillou qui pa servir au côté ou parler. Pas obligé couper yo. OK? Yon c'est des monde qui pensaient like m'observer avec tête moi comme exemple. Gen pile branche la caille moi m'obligé couper qui pas servir. Tant que m'te kon dit mauvais parole. Like m'te kon curse a lot. M'rive un point moi côté m'po aller ça pas ka servir. Pas ka faire ça encore. So pruning. The neuvième bagay là, c'est lait. Tout bagay besoin un petit temps, c'est pas un petit temps pour grandir. Pas l'aile pour grandir, pas l'espace pour grandir. Qui moun kap toujours à bail pressure pour on va grandir. Non. Everything grows under time. It needs time to grow. Patience. Dixième bagay là, c'est patience. Patience brings peace. So patient and you just trust in the system, you trust in God, you trust in yourself, you trust in your work, you trust in who you are, you trust in the promise, and you be patient in that trust. You'll see success unfold in your life. Si nous patient avec, si nous gain passion, pas, comment dire, patient dans la vie nous, ça peut aider nous en pile. recevoir on série de bagay nou vle. An pil a cause de teknoloji jodi an, ou jos ou bezon bagay la, ou jos monte sou internet la, monte sou Amazon, ou klik li nan 2 jou, wap jounon boat ki sot an China, ki sot India, ki sot Afrik, wherever, nan 2 jou. Wapon? So, nou menm tou nou toujou panse se kon sa la vi an ye. But it's not. Se pa kon sa la vi an ye. Se pa bagay, se pa blap blap. Gine le se chita an tan. Men pandan wap tan nan, wap travay. Wap travay sou tet tou. Wap gade pou we gen se bagay ki pa servi ou, koto pou ale yan. Pandan wap tan, tren an vini pou ale koto gen pou ale yan, wap fè an preparasyon. Là ou pas faire examen avant examen ou pas faire un petit préparation malgré aucun temps ou t'es fait étude ou t'es étudié ou t'es ceci ou t'es ça mais on fait un petit review avant d'entrer là-dedans et bien avant d'entrer dans 2022 messieurs dames amis ladies and gentlemen please I implore you s'il vous plaît ba konen kon m'a dit mot implore but mande ou pour chita pour faire une analyse de côté où y jodi an et côté où vle y. On fait une analyse. Gen pile moun qui ont de belles chants dedans yo. Mais yo pep yo réécrit sur morceau papier pour yo chanter l'église là. Mais ça sont adoration pour bon Dieu lié. Gen moun ki gon de livres en dedans yo. Mais yo pep pour yo chita pour yo écrire un témoignage pour bon Dieu. Eh bien, à soir m'a quitté nous avec ça pour 2021. On cherche pour nous fruitful, pour nous multiplier et pour nous subdue. For 2022, my prayer for you is to be fruitful, to multiply, and to subdue, and have dominion over all things on this earth. That is my wish and my prayer for you. Thank you for spending time with me this evening on Radio Fraternité. Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., you will find me. I bring you insights into work-life balance. It's like that fireside chat, where we talk about everything and anything. And as long as we keep on striving for growth and looking for things that are going to enhance our consciousness, that's going to help us grow, I think we're in the right path. So thank you for tuning in. Come back again next week, Thursday, on Radio Fraternité with your girl, me, Cindy Jean, just like that.